So, good evening. It's now the day after yesterday's little episode in the oilseed rape fields. I'm back at rape field number 3. This is the one that made me ill last Saturday evening. I spent so long in here, pollen literally made me sick, made me poorly. So you might notice that tonight I haven't got my glasses on, and there's a reason for that, which will become apparent in a bit. But yeah, this is a follow on from yesterday, from yesterday's little outing, trying to find variations in the same image, in the same composition. Last Saturday evening, it's now Sunday, last Saturday evening, I got some pretty nice sunset images from where I'm going to go in a second. Cloudy sunset images, not much colour, but a lot of texture. So the sky's looking promising tonight actually. I'm going to have a little wander into the field and set up where I set up last week, or as near as I can, and hope that the sun actually sets and there's a bit more colour in the sky, but we'll see. It's just a trial and error thing. Now I have noticed, I don't know whether you can see, I'll just move that back a little bit, so to back here we've got bluebells, and bluebells are all through this wood. It's a matter of finding them though, or finding the best compositions within them. So while I'm here, I'm going to have a look at them as well, and I'm going to see what I can get from those bluebells. But you join me in a bit, and we're back in that yellow oilseed rape field. So I'm on my phone now. My Osmo Pocket battery has died. It don't last very long, to be honest. I was hoping it would last a little bit longer than it does. Obviously you can't buy spare batteries for it. Once it's dead, it's dead. But to be honest, I did use it quite a lot yesterday. I haven't charged it up between yesterday and today, so it's my fault. I just thought it would last a little bit longer than it does. So anyway, I'm back on my phone. I'm recording myself on my phone, so I hope this works because I have had trouble with my phone recently. So yeah, the bluebells in this wood just here behind me, they're nice, but I'm not ready for them. I can come back to photograph bluebells. So, like I said, the pollen literally did me in last week. So this week I'm taking precautions. Respirator, goggles. That's why I ain't got my glasses on. It's just not the ideal apparatus to be taking landscape photographs whilst wearing. But like I said, this is actually thicker than it were last week when I came. It's actually higher. It's above me. It's higher than me. But I've not. There's a tram line directly behind you that I've walked through. There's a tram line directly there that I'm going to walk through to get back to the field. I'm not damaging anything at all in any way, shape or form. I'm just standing in this rape field, taking some photographs of the sun that's clearly setting there, and that line of trees silhouetted hopefully against a pretty colourful sunset. It looks quite nice over there. Whether that will actually turn into something colourful or not is just another matter, I don't know. Like I said, this is just about where I was when I came last week. I'm going to give it another half an hour or so, maybe even more, maybe even longer, till the sun drops down below this line of trees here, and just see what happens. So yeah, this is it. PPE, personal protective equipment in the workplace. Not very comfortable, but at least it'll stop me from being sick. This is actually quite a nice image now with that sun peeping through those clouds here. I've got my graduated filter on, my 4-stop graduated filter. And I'm trying. Okay. Obviously it's a bit bright with the sun directly into the camera lens there, so I'm going to wait on it ducks down behind one of those clouds, and hopefully when it does there might be some light rays. I did catch a few last week when I was here, but hopefully there'll be a few more this evening, but who knows. It's shaping up to be a nice evening anyway, which is the main thing. There's some really nice clouds there now behind them trees, and I have got some light rays streaming through them to a degree anyway, so I'm hoping I can capture them by using this 4-stop graduated filter. It darkens the sky a little bit. There's a lovely stormy cloud now there above. It's actually quite a nice image that. I'll come closer and repeat that, just in case you couldn't hear me for this thing. Anyway, directly behind you there now, bit of a stormy cloud below and above where the sun's actually sitting at the minute. A couple of light rays streaming through the crack between them both. Trees running horizontally obviously across the middle of the frame, and a yellow oilseed rape below. It looks quite a nice composition. And that 4-stop graduated filter that I've got on front of that lens there, it's darkening the sky, making it easier to expose for it, or expose for the sky and this field of oilseed rape both at the same time. So I'm just going to get on with it because it's actually looking really good here now. So what I'm doing, what I don't normally do,
what I'm doing is I'm having to use the autofocus on that lens, and it's the 16 to 35 f4 Canon. It's a really good, it's an expensive lens, it's a really good lens. Autofocus is really good, but sometimes I don't trust it. I always manually focus, I trust my own eyes. But it is a good autofocus lens. So hopefully everything is in focus now. I'm not focus stacking. Normally if I've got something away in the distance and something close to the lens, I'll normally focus on both things and then blend them together. But because I can't see much through these goggles and I'm trusting autofocus, I'm focusing on the trees. It's the trees really that I want in focus. And to be honest, with the wind blowing like it is tonight, I like the idea of this rate being blurred out in front as well. So if this is moving, it's fine. I've actually slowed my shutter speed down as well to try and soften this yellow oilseed rate even more. So the trees are perfectly in focus, but this stuff won't be. Unless I actually focus on this, and then the trees won't be in focus. I'll try a couple and see what it looks like. But trees are the main focus, main subject. This stuff's going to be soft. That sky's looking good. So I'm gonna pack in. I'm gonna call it a day. You can clearly see now that the sun has completely been blanked out by cloud, which I was hoping obviously wouldn't happen. I was hoping that there would be breaks in it, but it is what it is. I've got some nice images. I've had a nice evening. I've had a nice walk. I'm gonna start packing all my stuff away now. Well, what's all my stuff? I've got a camera and a tripod and my phone. I ain't exactly brought a mount to gear with me. But I mean, sky further over to the right, it's lovely. If only that break, I don't know whether you can see that break in that cloud there to the right. If only that breaking cloud was a little bit further left. But you get what you're given, don't you? And you make the best of it. And I've had a couple of good goes at this rape field and other rape fields as well. My intention is, or was last week and still is, to hopefully enter a few of these images that I've been taking over the last couple of days into calendar for local communities. All money raised goes back into community. So yeah, maybe get a photograph in that calendar. I also did as well last weekend. I went and took some photographs of Milo. It's a pink elephant statue that is in Cudder at the minute. It's in a nice little park and it's next to a road, and I went when it was dark and I got some photographs of Milo in the foreground and light trails behind it. It says the bus that's coming to stop at the bus stop created a light trail behind it, and then it's just stopped at the bus stop with Milo in the foreground. Actually, I might just have another 10 minutes here because the cloud is blowing. What will it be that? It'll be east to west. So that gap that we're over to the right, further to the east, is actually making its way west. So when that gap gets to where the sun's setting, maybe we'll get I'll get a little bit more colour in this sky. So I'm just going to hang around a little bit longer, and we're all about ready for packing up then.
So that's me done for this weekend. Thanks very much for joining me. I'm on my way back to the car now. I could not see the point in walking through that field towards where I'd been photographing to take the long route back home. I'm literally, road's just there. I've just been stood up, I've been stood in this side of it anyway, literally 30 feet from road, so I couldn't see point in walking all the way through. And the bluebells in this wood here, they're really vibrant, but that's not for today, that's for another day, another evening. So yeah, I'm on my way home now. been a nice little outing, and I'd like to thank you all for joining me. If you've subscribed already, please, if you've liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't liked it, give it a thumbs down. If you don't like it, comment on it. I'm not bothered. All comments are welcome. I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please consider it. It doesn't cost a penny. Just register with YouTube, a little email address and username. Job done. So there's lots of activity in this woodland now. Crows coming into roost and pigeons. There's just been a proper commotion. I think something's caught something or killed something or whatever. I don't know that it were a sparrowhawk claiming a blackbird or something like that. Proper commotion. But yeah, that's enough from me for this weekend. I'm almost back to my car. So once again, thanks very much for joining me. I'll see you all again soon. I'm not sure where from. Probably from these bluebells or another field of bluebells, woodland, somewhere around and about. I know this woodland is actually full of bluebells. There's quite a lot of them. But I've never photographed them from this corner here where I've just found them tonight. So that's it from me. Thanks very much. And I will see you all again soon. Bye.